Yes, good afternoon, CSC, ME. Am I audible and visible to all? Yes, ME students. Am I audible and visible to all? Okay, thank you, Arvind. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sakshi. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So, yes. Thank you, Simran. Thank you so much, beta. Okay, that means I'm audible and visible. Thank you. So in the last lecture, we discussed the cloud and what is cloud computing, and why we need cloud computing, right? So can anyone tell me why we need cloud computing? Any one of you? Yes, anyone can tell me why we need cloud computing? Okay, let me just share a small poll with you. Then it will be more easy to get the answers. I'm sharing a poll with you. Now answer this poll. Yes, okay. Answer this poll, everyone. Allow people to access same applications. Same applications, okay. Through internet, okay. Yes, very good, very good. Everyone respond to the poll. Anmol, Arjun, Jatin, Meenakshi, Sahil, Shardeep, Shashwat, very good. Sahil still not responded. Sahil, Meenakshi, Arjun. Okay, very good. Still Meenakshi and Sahil left. Meenakshi and Sahil Sharma, why you people are not responding? Respond to the poll, beta, hurry up. They are having good connection. Okay, okay, then it's okay. Okay, then 9 students said cloud is another form of internet, and there is a one student who said no. Who is the one who said no is the Shashwat. Shashwat said it's no. Rest of the students said it's yes. Yes, cloud is not another form of internet. Cloud is itself a internet. In the last lecture, I told you we call cloud as a internet, right? So again, you say that it's another form of internet. How do you know any forms of internet? Can anyone tell me the different forms of internet? What are the different forms of internet? I never told you any forms of internet. Have we discussed this another form of internet? No. In the last lecture, I told you that cloud is itself a internet. We can interchange these words as cloud, internet, right? So cloud is not a form of internet, it itself a internet, right? So it's basically a service that can provide us to access to the different resources, the resources that might be having somewhere at some location, but we can use it through this service, right? So that's internet. We cannot say that cloud is another form of internet, right? Okay. Okay, let's just start with today's topics. Today, okay, just give me a minute. I'm sharing my presentation with you. Then we will discuss, okay? So keep in mind, clouds is internet. It's not a form of internet. We are not having any forms of internet, okay? So, okay, today we're going to discuss, okay, tell me, is it visible to everyone? The presentation is visible to everyone, the evolution and types of cloud. Okay, thank you, Simran and Sakshi. Thank you, beta. Okay, firstly, we're going to start with evolution of cloud. Evolution may we are having, okay. what is evolution, that from where it just started, and what are the different, you can say, categories, that how it passes on. Like when we just started, you might have started when you were BE, in that you learn the evolutions of system also, that कंप्यूटर की एवोल्यूशन कैसे स्टार्ट हुई, पहले मेन फ्रेम था या स्मॉल सिस्टम थे या बिग सिस्टम्स होता था, देन आफ्टर दैट अदर एंड अदर इट वाज इंक्रीज. Same thing is with your cloud computing. Cloud computing may we are continuously moving throughout these services. It's just not that cloud comes here, or evolution of cloud is just in 21st century or in 20th century. No, it was started in 1950s over there, right? 50s may there were certain technologies that was used to provide services. So what were these services? Like your first one is distributed systems and its peripherals, virtualization. Even we cannot say that virtualization is nowadays is present to create a virtual softwares or the hardwares that we can access. No, right? It also comes, you can say 1940s may 50s may it comes virtualization, right? So web 2.0, the services that are being provided, service orientation and utility computing. And one more is there, that was grid computing. After grid computing we got the cloud computing. One by one we will discuss what are these, then it will be more clear to you that what is distributed and what are virtualization and web 2.0 and all, right? So you can see over here, this is the evolution, how it goes from the distributed computing to mainframe, then cluster computing, grid computing, virtualization, web services, service orientation, utility computing, cloud computing and all, right? So one by one, it goes forward and forward. So first thing is your distributed system. What are distributed systems? Basically, it's a composition of multiple independent systems, but all of them are depicted as a single entity to a user. That means what we are having independent systems, but from the user's point of view, they act as a single entity, right? So that is distributed systems. You can say the feature of distributed system, that we are having a multiple systems at one location. At one location pay we are having multiple systems over there, but when user try to access it, it shows a one entity to them, right? It acts as a one entity. Like you can take the example of any organization, or you can say, um, okay, let's just take the example of when we talk about the university. University may we are having number of departments. Number of departments. There is a one CSE, one ECE, and all those departments. So, but when comes to the outside people, outside like outside your parents or any relative of your, they think what it is a complete one university. But when we get into it, then we saw there are number of departments that collectively form a one university. The same thing is with your distributor system, where from outside we just see that when user is trying to access it is as a one system, but it's a combination of independent systems, right? So next is the purpose of distributor system is to share the resources and also to give them effective and efficient utilization of these resources also, right? So what are the characteristics of distributed system? First one is your scalability, that it can be increased. More and more resources and more devices, or you can say systems, can also be attached over there. Concurrency is there. Continuous availability, heterogeneity, and independence of in the failure. Heterogeneity, different types. Heterogeneity in may we can have a different types of system or services can be there. They collectively work and show you the system, right? So that is heterogeneity. Independent of failure. Independent of failure, that if certain from outside say we are saying that it's a complete system, but internally they are independent system. So agar koi fail bhi hota hai, that will be considered for a one system, that usi ka loss and all that, right? So that is the benefit of it. But on the other side there is a problem also. What is the problem? That they have to be present at a same geographical location. So that's the issue of this distributed system, right? Next is we are having a mainframe. Mainframe, so I hope you all are aware about what are mainframe systems. very powerful big machines, big systems that are called mainframes, that are for to carry a huge amount of data. They can handle a massive, you can say, bulk of data. For that we require the mainframe systems. But the drawback of mainframe are that they are very expensive big system, and even the management for maintenance of them is also expensive, right? So that's the issue with mainframe, right? Even the to reduce the cost of this, next comes to your cluster computing, right? So that is the alternative, you can say, the feature, the extended version of it. To overcome the extensive cost of mainframe, there comes the cluster computing further, right? So it comes, cluster computing comes in 1980s as the alternative of the mainframe system, right? So machines in the cluster was connected to each other by a network with the high bandwidth. Does anyone know what do you mean by a cluster? What do you mean by a cluster? Any one of you can tell me what is the meaning of a cluster? Yes, anyone? Group. Cluster of sheeps. Okay. A group of similar items. Yes, that is also right. Very good. Yes. Cluster, basically, that means we have a collection. Cluster, a similar type of grouping. Yes, that is also right. A grouping of number of systems. Here we are talking about systems only. So that's why number of systems are connected with each other to make a big cluster over there, right? Instead of buying that big system, that expensive mainframe systems, we just may connect the. That's okay. That's okay, Simranji. That's okay. No worries. Your example should clear the concept. There is nothing like you are giving sheep का example. कोई भी example हो, but आपको समझ आना चाहिए. That's more important than anything. Okay. Okay. So we were discussing cluster, and in that what we're going to do, we connect the network with the high bandwidth over there, right? So that it can increase the exchange the of the data should be faster over there, right? So even it's cheaper than mainframes, that we require a high computation, even multiple nodes up, बहुत ही reasonable nodes को connect करके you can make a one system also, one network also, instead of buying a big mainframe systems. So that will also increase the bandwidth also, right? Thus the problem of cost was solved. But you can see over here some extent पे the problem related to the geographical restriction still is there, right? Same thing is there, that previously there was a issue in the I think second जो हमने किया था उसमें भी there was a issue of geographical area. The same thing is here, that they have to be in a same geographical area. So to solve this problem, next is extended technology, that would be your grid computing, right? Next comes to your grid computing. So now grid computing comes in 1990s, right? So and the systems were placed at entirely different location, and these all were connected through a internet, right? So the internet that we are using now, right? So that is called your grid computing. So the system belong to different organizations, thus the grid consists of heterogeneous nodes, right? Even the different systems, different locations pay, different industries, yeah, organizations say they are connected with each other, right? That is formed through the internet. They are connected with each other to form a proper network over there, right? So next is, although it solved the some problem, but new problems emerged. So what are the new problems emerged? As the distance between nodes are increased, the main problem another is the low availability of high bandwidth. One more thing is that you people might have learned that LAN, MAN and WAN over there, right? LAN, MAN, WAN तो सबने सुना है, the local area network. When we connect the systems with the wires, in that thing we are having a small network, but all the systems are connected through wires. They are having high bandwidth. Security is also there. The transfer data rate is very high. But when we talk about the WAN and MAN, when we are using like devices like Wi-Fi and other mediums over there, then the security is less, low bandwidth is that, the same thing is over here, right? When we say that technology comes, improves over there, that at different locations where different systems can be attached through this technology of internet, but issue comes over there, there is a low bandwidth. दूर से बहुत दूर से you are connecting to some devices, then definitely there would be a low bandwidth also. So next issue आपका कौन सा आ गया? Low bandwidth का, availability of less high bandwidth over there, that comes the issue, right? Thus the next is the cloud computing, that offer refers to as a successor of your grid computing, right? Next is your virtualization. Next comes to your extended technology is your virtualization. I hope virtualization is clear to everyone, right? Virtualization तो सबको पता है क्या होता है? I think in the last lecture also we discussed the virtualization, right? Clear to everyone the virtualization, that we discussed already. Yes, this we discussed already, that you just made, it's a technology that made the user to use the simultaneously the devices, the resources, that at a same instance or the same instance of time also, right? You can we can see over here also, it's a key technology used in cloud computing. It is based on the major cloud computing services such as your Amazon, VMware, vCloud, and all that. So these are basically the technologies that work on this virtualization technology. And one more thing I just want to tell you, I just got to know, in the last lecture I have discussed with you that you all have to submit the papers also, right? So virtualization is a very good topic of cloud computing. It's a very important topic. Even we are having syllabus में complete virtualization क्या levels, how to do virtualization, what technology implementation is there. So virtualization is a very, very important, very good topic for cloud. If you people want to write a paper, some of the students can write paper on this, right? So it's a very good technology. Even I'm going to tell you the technology or how you can write over it. What are the major major activities or features that might be happening in virtualization? So it's a very good topic. If somebody is interested to write the paper in cloud ke virtualization mein, I can help that student also. So that's a very good topic, right? Okay, so next is, let's get back to the content. So next is your Web 2.0. So it is basically an interface through which the cloud services interact with the client. So basically it provides an interface. Interface you all know, like in front of you, you are also having an interface with the system. So in the same manner, Web 2.0 provides you the interface that how you can connect to the clients, how you even the client can use the services also, right? Even it provides you the certain you can say the services, may different applications or web services over there to interact with you, or you can use that services through Web 2.0 over there, right? It also increase the flexibility among the web pages also. For example, web like here includes Google Map, Facebook, Twitters, and all that, right? That are also the examples of this Web 2.0 over there, right? Next is your service orientation. Service orientation act as a reference model for cloud computing. So it supports a low cost and basically that provides you the services with the, you can say, agreements पे पर यूज जो आपकी सर्विसेज क्लाउड प्रोवाइड करता है, that is the concern of service oriented. What services they are providing, what kind of services they are providing, right? So all that comes under your service orientation. Before that, it was just to make the connect the systems. The systems were connected through the internet. There was just a sharing of files only. When the service orientation comes, they just become selling the services, like businesses being started over there, right? So that is the part of service orientation, right? It provides the, you can see over here, quality of services, which includes SLA, service level agreements, also software as a service. That means they started selling these softwares as a services, or providing software as a services also. This is how it started to the next level, right? Next is your utility computing. It is a computing model that defines the service provisioning techniques. Provisioning means you'll get to know how provisioning is done, how on-demand provisioning is there. If the demand increases, then the resources or the availability of things also increases. As long the services that was required by the user, the same way may it just provided by to the user by the service provider. So the utility depends upon the utilization of the resources, that how much is the need of the user, and if it increases, then according to that they have to pay per usage also there, right? Even that also depends upon the type of cloud you are opting. If you are using private cloud or public cloud, we will learn this also, private and cloud and also. But utility computing, that firstly we talk about the service, the services they started providing, कि कौन सी सर्विस आपको चाहिए, कौन सा सॉफ्टवेयर आपने यूज करना है, या आपने सिर्फ स्टोरेज यूज करनी, स्पेस आपको चाहिए टू just place your things over there. After that it comes utility, कि आप कितना यूज कर रहे हो, उसी के according you have to pay, right? So that comes under your utility computing, right? Clear, everyone? So one by one, as the system, as the technology improves, starting from a simple systems to a mainframe systems, then to a network of different systems, network systems के बाद internet is there, internet के through sharing is there, sharing के बाद they think that we can even sell the services also. कौन सी services वो sell कर सकते हैं, अगर सेल कर रहे हैं तो कैसे वो सिस्टम उसको यूज कर रहा है, कितना यूज कर रहा है, उसी के अकॉर्डिंग दे हैव टू पे. सो दिस इज हाउ वन बाय वन द क्लाud computing technology evolved and come into this era or this market, and even nowadays it just have covered the whole market also, right? Clear, everyone? If anybody is having any doubt, you can ask. Clear with the evolution of cloud computing? Clear? Okay, very good. Okay, next. Let's just get to the next types of cloud. Next is your next topic, that is types of cloud. How many types are there of cloud? Public cloud, private cloud, hybrid, and community cloud. Does anyone know anything? What is public cloud or a private cloud? Anyone can tell me what is a public or a private cloud? Anyone? What's the difference? Like we say that there is a one public cloud and there is a one private cloud. Anyone? Can anyone tell me what are these public and private cloud? You might have heard about this. Cloud तो सबको पता है, but cloud की further types हैं private and public. Organization cloud, public. Okay, organization cloud is public. Okay. Anyone else? Then what about Arvind? Then what about private cloud? If one organization's cloud is a public cloud, you are saying, then what about the private cloud? Government confidential data is stored in private cloud. Okay, that means you confidential. Oh, that I got to know. Large company use private cloud. Arvind is saying that government confidential data is stored in a private cloud. Arvind, you mean to say that only government can own the private cloud? Not a simple person can own the private cloud? Or any organization can't own the private cloud? Yes, rest of the students. Arjun, Jatin, Malay, you are not responding today. Why? Can owned? Okay. It's private. Okay. A public cloud is a type of computing in which a service is provided. Yes, it's services provided. Both the services are being provided, Simran. Can be owned by any person. Very good. Public written by mistake. Okay. As we use both. Service provider gives services over internet. Yes, service providers giving services over the internet. Yes, so that depends कि आप कौन सी चाहते हो, public चाहते हो, private चाहते हो, hybrid is there, community is there, that depends. It's just not. That's a private, I think. Simran, you have written it as a private. Yes, private infrastructure as okay. Okay, that's very good. That's okay. That's okay. No need to be sorry. It's okay. I can understand the spelling mistake. It's okay. Okay, let's just come to first public cloud. Public clouds are that are managed by the third party. Third party here are the service providers, which provide the cloud services over the internet to the public, right? These services are available as pay as you go on billing mode. जितना आप यूज कर रहे हो उतना आप यूज करके it's just not the you can say randomly if I'm saying I am creating my own cloud, right? I am creating my own cloud and uske liye I'm just giving you people just want to use that. I have created one server over there and AWS as a public. Yes, that is also right, Simran. I think in the previous lecture I told you that Amazon is providing a 1 year, even they are given a 1 year free service. That is what a public service that anyone can get. Log in into that AWS and just create your account, and they will ask you for the your card details and all that, and you start using it. So that is example of it, public cloud. Yes, very good, Simran. So that means third party here is the service provider जो आपको so services provide करे. जितना आप use करना चाहते हो उतना करो और उसके accordingly you can pay for that, right? So even the benefits of it that they offer solutions for minimizing IT infrastructure costs and act as a good option. That means what? There should be a whenever we talk about a cloud, this is the advantage of cloud that they don't need the infrastructure. You don't need the infrastructure. You just use it and according to that you pay. Basically it's more beneficial for the IT companies, the new firms, the startup firms, because when you're going to start a new firm you require a you have to, you can say, invest a lot, right? So instead of that, nowadays small firms started buying the clouds. They can store their data, they can get access, they can get the space from them, they can get the resources from them and use the resources and pay according to that only. So that's more beneficial for the IT companies only, because for a normal people it's just like we people, we what we have, what we just want to store over there. We are having the pics and the videos that we can store over there, that's it, nothing more than that. But the other organization, like big organization, they have a store, they have a big project, and that's why they require this, right? So public is the one that is available for everyone. Public cloud, anyone can access it or anyone can use it, and jitna use karo utna pay karke, that's it, right? Even the characteristics of public cloud is the multi-tenancy. Multi-tenancy is there, mean multiple user can use it, right? So even the virtual computing environment is separated and most likely isolated from the other user. It's just not that कि एक जगह पे आपके पड़े हैं वहीं मेरे भी पड़े हैं. It's just not like that, but we are having our own space over there. But स्पेस सबके लिए वो खुला है, बट उसमें भी there are separately managed over there, right? Properly virtualizedly it's managed that you can store your things over here. It's not visible to everyone, but it's just like that, properly things are managed over there. Multiple users can access it. That's the benefit of public cloud, right? Look, you can see over here, this is a one cloud, one service provider is providing to enterprise P also, Q also, and there can be a user R also. That multiple users are accessing a one cloud. So that is the example of your public cloud, right? Next is we are having a private cloud. Now you can see the private cloud is what? Distributed system that works on a private infrastructure and providing the user with dynamic provisioning of the resources, right? So instead of pay as you go model, इसमें क्या होता है that you can say आप जैसे होता है कि एक स्पेस को प्रॉपर बाय कर लेते हो, यू डोंट हैव टू कि कितना यूज किया है उतना ही करोगे, नो, properly own one cloud. It's just for my use only. Let's just say that one cloud is being created and properly that cloud is owned by me only. My data, my resources are available over there, not the other ones can use. In the previously public cloud, there was a one cloud and number of peoples were using that cloud, right? But when I talk about a private cloud, that means one cloud that is available for me only, right? My data is over there, right? So that is, even you can differentiate it from the words also. Public for everyone, private just for a single one, right? Only restricted to that organization, or whether it's for a one organization or whether it's for a one person who is owning it, right? Clear? So next is the advantages of your private. What are the main advantages? First one is the protection of data, right? First one is protection of data. Second is infrastructure ensuring your SLA. What is SLA? A few slides back, I showed you SLA. What is SLA? Can anyone tell me what is SLA? We just discussed it. I just told you a few slides back. Yes, service level agreements. That what services are being provided in the private, they just create the proper agreement of that. Infrastructure service level agreement is also there. That's really good. Very good. Next is the standard procedures and the operations. Even it just ensures that what kind of operations we can perform and what kind of procedures or things are available, and the resources are also included in your private cloud over there, right? Look, this is one on-premises private cloud that they are having one enterprise and their cloud is there. उन्हीं का अपना personal cloud है, they are just not providing it to anyone. And the other side पे there is the service providers. They are having different servers, but number of उनके पास service and they providing this one, right, for the enterprise PE only. That completely is for enterprise PE only. They can have multiple, right? But in this is what, this is the simply the cloud of this enterprise only they are using, right? Isme there can be a number of this can be used by this organization, this can be used by another organization, but here in this it's just for that single only, right? Next comes to your hybrid cloud. What is a hybrid? Hybrid, the word itself specifies hybrid. That is hybrid. We'll just discuss the public and private. The hybrid is a heterogeneous distributed system combining the public and private. The features of both clouds. Features of both, because public is having its own pros and cons and the private is having its own restrictions and advantages, right? When we want something that includes the features of both, then it comes to your hybrid computing, right? So it is also called a heterogeneous cloud. Heterogeneous, different things can be seen over here. Different things are attached. Different systems can be combined over there. Services can be combined over there, right? So what is the drawback of private deployment is the inability to scale on demand and to efficient address peak loads also. That means if you are owning a private cloud and you want to scale it to a next level or more resources or more things you want to add on, it will be difficult in the private cloud, right? So that is the drawback of private cloud. So in that case, what we require public cloud so that we can extend it, we can have more resources and more things can be over there. So a hybrid cloud takes the advantages of both public and private. So it includes the advantages of both. Look, hybrid, it's completely makes this private plus and your public, दोनों का combination is your hybrid. So it provides you the more security also, but on the other side it provides you the features of public cloud also. Public may you can extend it to more, you can add on more resources also. Yeah, and even if you want to use that resources, you can act on the service of pay per use also, right? जितना पे करोगे उतना use करोगे, right? So that is the benefit of your hybrid computing, that includes the features of both, right? So next is your community cloud. Next, that is I think fourth type of cloud, that is your community cloud. So basically community clouds are the distributed systems created by integrating the services of different clouds to address the specific needs of an industry, community, or a business sectors. What are their needs according to a one community? You can say different communities also they are combining, and what are their needs? According to that, call outs will be managed, right? So it can be shared between the different organizations which have shared the certain tasks also, right? If they are working on a certain task also and they have to share that things with the other organizations also, so in that case community clouds are being used, right? So these can be managed by the organizations or the service providers also, right? There are certain organizations, you can take the example of like let's just take the example of any organization. Can anyone tell me any organization that collectively work on a similar type of task or similar type of things? Anyone? Can anyone give me the example that certain organization which are working on a similar type of tasks? It's not coming in my mind, but let's just assume, let's just say we are having the organizations. Virtual teams. How virtual teams, Simran? No, I'm just asking you a real world example. Real world example may you can take some organization, those who are working on a similar type of tasks. Mm, okay, just let's just say that we are the university, right? And there is a one organization that is UGC, and there is a NAC also. UGC, NAC, both are different organizations, right? Okay. UGC and NAC both are the different organization, but they are working for what? They, even your university is NAC accreditation, even your university is having a UGC approval, or you can say accreditation also. So that is what? Both the organizations are working on a same type of task, that they have to audit the institutions, those who are providing education, and to check whether they are providing the quality educations or not, right? For that, what they have to, let's just say, assume that they own a cloud, they own a cloud, and they just let the different colleges to put up their information, their data, and everything is there. Even you can say they just own a one cloud to provide the guidelines over there, right? That these are the guidelines that every institution has to follow over there. So basic thing is that they all both the organizations are having a same task, right? So that's why. So this cloud is available for the NAC also, and it can be available for the UGCs also. So similar type of organization, they are related to a certain task. The communities, the two different communities are working on a cloud, right? Is being provided to them. It's just not that it's actually happening. I'm just giving you the example to make you understand that what is community cloud, that how, what type of concept it's working, right? Right, in which the different organizations, they just work on it, the similar type of task they are performing. For that they made a community cloud over there, similar like community एक जैसी जो होती है organization, एक type की जो होती है, for them there is a one type of cloud over there. Then even we can say the similar type of business हो गए, जैसे किसी का एक क्लोथ्स का बिजनेस है, उसमें क्लोथ्स में जस्ट नॉट दैट कि एक ही ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो क्लोथ्स बनाती है, नो देयर आर नंबर ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, बट व्हेन वी से दैट इट्स अ कम्युनिटी क्लाउड, दैट इज फॉर द पर्सन हु आर डीलिंग विद द क्लोथ्स एंड ऑल दैट, so that is community cloud, right? So even you can see, I've just given you the example over there. Now you can see the who are the users of community cloud. Media industry. Media industry is one of the big user of the community clouds, right? They might have created their own community type जो है वहाँ पे everything is available. Healthcare industries. Healthcare industries में like your AIMS है, Max में you might have seen some of you, there is a Max की branches, one is in here in Mohali and the one is in Delhi and the other is in Bathinda also. I'm talking about Punjab. Some people are not aware about that Bathinda and all. So for them also, right? So at the different locations pay, but the communities are of type of same. Yes, that is also right. Right? Energy and core industries also, scientific research, maybe we are having scientists those who are sitting in somewhere at the locations also, and they are using for their tests, for that their resources they are using for that also, right? So these are the basic sectors where the community clouds can be used, right? So look how it can be used. There is a one community cloud that can be used by the different enterprises, but they are community users. Similar type की होंगी, so that's why enterprise A, B, C है. जैसे I've given you the example of that, एक यहाँ पे है, एक वहाँ different पे है, but for them one cloud is being dedicated to that type of community, right? Okay, so that's all, that if anybody is having any doubt till now in the evolution of cloud, in the types of cloud, you can ask with anyone. And one more thing, the homework, the is also available in your unit. So you all have to, it's not a graded, but you all try to attempt that also, so that you get some knowledge more, right? और अब you can test your skills also कि जो भी हमने पढ़ा है वो उसमें से what you got and all, right? It's not a graded, it's not even compulsory to attempt it, but it's for your knowledge only, just to improve or brush up your knowledge only, that's it. That whatever we have done in the class, uski related few questions, hardly 2-3 questions I think would be 5 maximum, to maximum 5, not more than that. 5 multiple choice questions would be there, you just attempt it once, right? Clear everyone? Okay, now anybody having any doubt till now, you can ask it. Okay, Anmol? Okay. Okay, anyone having any doubt? But it's already available in your content, Jatan. It's already available in your content, beta. I think even it's visible too. If it's not visible, I will made it visible, but it's already available in your content. Yesterday, some student asked, everything is available in your content, right? If you're not finding something, if I forgot to make it visible to you, then you can send me a message also. I will made it visible to you all, right? But all the PPTs, your complete lecture information, everything, even the reading material is also there. If you need a book link is also there. If you want to download that book, uska link bhi also available hai. If you want to buy that book, uska link bhi is also available there, right? Even the proper certain websites with the paper links also, that is also available in your content. If you want to read certain material from some sites also, that is also available over there, right? Clear everyone? Okay. Okay, then that's all for this lecture. Even we are having the time is also over. That's all. Thank you, Beta. Thank you so much.